Hi darlings, this is Christina, and today I'm going to talk about a few new Dior launches, new products from Dior, new reformulation for one of their Backstage blushes. And so if you're interested in hearing my thoughts and feelings on these things, then just keep watching and let's get into it. All right, darling. So, like you, I was very surprised to see this new Dior launch. They decided to come out with a few new things. The Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Stick, and this has come out in 4 shades. I did select 2, Toffee, and then I selected the candy color because I just can't resist those coral type of colors. They also came out with their Glow Lip Butter, which is a new product from Dior, which I have to say already I'm obsessed with, maybe one of my favorites from the launch. And then they reformulated the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow powder blushes and supposedly pH adjusting color for both blushes. Honestly, I didn't see that, but that's what they say that they are. I looked for all the expiration dates. You know Dior loves to do their 6 month to 1 year expiration, and the only thing I could find was the blush has a 1 year expiration date. I don't always go by that date, but that is the idea. They're supposed to just be a year old. Anywho, take that with a grain of salt. The Dior lip butters come in 5 colors, but they say they have a 24-hour hydration, high shine lip treatment, with peptides and ceramides. Something about those ceramides just does it for me. I feel like it really does give a nice, juicy, healthy glow to the lips. Well, first thing I want you to pay attention to is how Dior has changed their logo once again. This is the new logo that they've been putting on some of their newer releases. This is a logo that they had many moons ago. I remember having a bracelet that had this, you know, the big D with the lowercase IOR, as opposed to the most recent ones that have this all capital Dior. I'm going to have you also, I forgot, I'm going to also discuss the mascara. I've been using this for weeks, but as you can see, also lowercase Dior. So I don't know if they're going back to their old like vintage writing, but I thought that was so fascinating. You know, it's something that brands do occasionally. They revamp and they do different like logos, with the exception of a few, like, you know, Chanel pretty much keeps their CC. That's not going to change. Hermes keeps their, you know, their labeling, but Dior does change it. But I thought that was weird to go back to their vintage. Anyway, this is me harping. Let me show you some of the colors. So I did swatch these. I will put it on the side as I show you these things. This is the new color Toffee. And as you can see, very quickly, it actually dissipates. This, I can tell you right now, this formula is very buttery, very creamy. This here color has a lot of gold reflect. So I love, you know, a naturalish blush. And it definitely is beautiful formula, very buttery, very creamy. But as you can see on me, it leans a bit peach, very light. I will say the Toffee shade, okay, this is Toffee, and it has a CD. I'm pretty sure it's wiped away by now, but I have been using these things, so this is not a first impression. I wanted to give you guys an idea of how they wear and best uses. And as you can see, the color is different. This one leans a little even lighter, and it has a much stronger reflect. It looks like straight glitters on your skin. And there's definitely glitter sparkles in here. And as opposed to Candy, this one actually has a lot more sparkle. So this is Candy. And while it does have a very distinct shininess, there's not a lot of sparkle in here. Like the glitter, I don't see as present as the Toffee. So I'm still working on my best uses with this. I think I'm going to show you how I would prefer to wear it after I show you it by itself on my cheek. This here formula, I purchased this last year. This is in the pink lilac color. but it's definitely a harder formula. I just want to give you a comparison. It takes a lot to get that swatch, okay? Hard pans very fast, but barely anything shows up. So you can see quite a bit of difference in the amount of pigment you get. And then of course the Glow Butter. First of all, how cute is this? This is adorable. I mean, is it necessary? No, but I love the attention to detail. Just a little something cute. This is so pretty. I was really considering getting Toffee too, but I thought, you know, I got enough Toffee. Let's just pick one color, and I'm so glad I did because I have so many lipsticks, lip glosses, things. And Lychee is so pretty, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. So let's waste no time. I'm not gonna sit here and talk. So I already have this mascara on. I apologize. I did a video prior to, and I forgot I left this on. I'm not gonna take it off and redo this. So this is the mascara. I find that it takes very little to build this up. Now it does take, I would say, a few uses, like maybe 5, before you get the full benefits of this mascara. But once it kind of gets out of its new phase, it's beautiful. This is one of those mascaras where I really could use by itself. You know, I love a full, thick mascara, and I feel like this gives it to me. I really hope they come out in other colors because I think this is a fantastic mascara to lengthen and thicken, and sometimes I just use it by itself. I know, I rarely do that. Then, so let's start with the Toffee color. So I'm just going to show you this on my cheeks. I already have everything on right now. I have my Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin, and I want to show you this. And I'm going to get up real close because I want you to see. And this is a Wayne Goss brush. Wayne Goss, if you follow him, Wayne Goss is amazing. But he recently had to sell his brand. He didn't go over details, but he stated that anything brand new coming from his actual line wouldn't be designed or approved or created by him. And so right away I went to support Wayne, and I got another brush from him, and this is beautiful. It's a cheek brush, and look, it's got rose gold handles. It's got the gradient, like white to pink to purple. I am obsessed. So anyways, that's what I'm using. I will link this below if you want to support Wayne. But yeah, it's a beautiful brush. It is natural hair brush. If you have any texture to your skin, okay, it's gonna highlight. If you have any breakouts on your skin, this is gonna highlight it. I feel like for me, this is more of a highlight than a blush. And even then, it's not the smoothest of highlights I would use. I would mix this with a blush that was definitely more of a matte. So I'm going to use my YSL Make Me Blush. You see, I showed you very strongly what this looks like. And now I'm just going to tap over a very matte blush so that we can dim down that very strong gold reflect, right? And then if I want to, you know, bring a little life to my cheeks, I will add a cream blush, right? But then it starts looking very similar to candy when I do this, right? When I mix this color, because it's got that very strong gold reflect. So let me now show you Toffee. Toffee, since you've seen what the powder looks like, I'm going to show you Toffee on this side. So you already saw on the swatches, it's lighter. Now what I will say about this formula, it's very beautiful. It's very smooth, very creamy, definitely very blendable. But as you can see on my skin tone, it doesn't show up very much. It's almost like my cheek, but barely there. Do you see? This also has a lot of glitter in it. So if you, another thing where I would use a very matte blush, so I'm going to show you with the YSL, that's what I would do. Always match them with a blush because I feel like that's just the best use for me. And creams, it is very sticky, so if you don't set it, it is going to stick to your hair and things, just so you know, FYI. Okay, take a little of that YSL, make me blush, pat it on. Okay, so this is Toffee with the YSL blush, Rosy Glow, and with the powder. So same color combinations, right? But different finishes. As you can see, obviously this is a little more juicy. It does have a cream blush underneath it, but very emollient, very close to like the RHODE Beauty blushes. This is very drying looking. I am gonna get one blush, I think. So this is the RHODE Beauty blush in Freckle. This way I can also show you the texture alongside of the other blushes. So you can see this is shinier, but they have the same type of emolliency feel, right? Very close. So how I would use this, I would just stamp this on just a bit to give it a little life, because I'm not sure how the other blushes, the powder blushes, will look. Perhaps I just picked the wrong color and the others will be fabulous. But in my opinion, this Toffee blush is probably my least favorite thing from this launch. My second is the Toffee stick blush. I can make this work, but it's like not my favorite. Like I have to make it work versus it just working, just because of that strong gold shift. I'm still gonna play with it, and sometimes I say, hey, I don't like things and end up really loving them, but from what I've been playing with over the last few days, this is my feeling. So let me remove this and I'm gonna show you Candy. Let's get to my favorite of the stick blushes, and that's Candy. It's so nice because this is like the perfect shade. It's got the perfect consistency. I feel like it's super blendable. So you can do it just like I did and tap it with your fingers. And I feel like it gives a very beautiful sheen. I don't feel like I'm gonna try any more colors because I love this one. I just feel like I could make this work with so many blushes. And same on the other side. And as you can see, it does look very dewy. Super hydrating and very moisturizing, right? And it doesn't accentuate texture. If you have any breakouts, like I'm having like a not great skin day right now. I'm having some, you know, hormonal things. It's that time. So my skin is not behaving, but as you can see, very pretty. And you would think with this coloring, it would be so pigmented, but it's not. You could add a little more and build it up. But it's not gonna be built up too much. Blushes, I like to pair it, like I stated, with a powder blush. So one of the powder blushes I actually used in combination the other day is a blast from the past. This is Rose Coquillage, the Chanel blush duo from last year. And I always liked this blush. It was not a hit with many, but it's a beautiful combination of color, and I think with this it matches so beautifully, and it's giving that fresh-faced makeup look. So, and just like that. And if the color's a lot, it's only from the blush. And even Rose Coquillage doesn't, it's not crazy pigmented, but you know, Chanel blushes are rarely ever too crazy. But let me just take a little bit off of this middle part. Just take my concealer brush and my powder brush and just blend a little. Voila, so pretty. Okay, so now let me show you Lychee. Oh, so pretty. And I'll show you Lychee by itself, and then I'll show you Lychee how I like to use it. I know, I rarely use things by themselves. There's so many ways you can use your products. Now what I love mostly about this, I mean, besides the formula is really, really pretty, But look at the curve of this lip butter. It has like this like angled curve that just hugs the lip so perfectly. Like many lip balms that are very flat in their surface, this curve is like everything. It feels, I just love the way it feels. I don't know how else to explain that. It feels luxurious. And lychee isn't super pigmented, so just imagine if you get any of those other lighter colors, it's not going to be very present on your lips, but it gives the best color, and it definitely leans pink. So this is lychee. Now let me show you how I use it typically. This is the RHODE Beauty Lip Contour in Lean. Go over my lip line just a bit on the top, connect everything else. And what this will allow me is just to give lychee a base. So there's that. Take lychee. This is it. Okay, darlings, so this is the final look. This is how I found best uses with this particular Dior launch. Like I stated, I really love these two items. I've just kept these two items, lychee, lip butter, and I will say that this is more hydrating than their lip oil, which I don't purchase those anymore because I'm in love with the Guerlain lip oil, so I don't even purchase any more of Dior's. It's just not on the same level. This, however, is competing with Guerlain, and for that I can get behind this particular lip butter. So it's definitely more hydrating than Dior's lip oils. It definitely feels like a better, more comfortable lip treatment. The candy Rosy Glow Cheek, I love. I really do. I think it's beautiful, and I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. And the others, the Toffee, I just don't think is for medium to deeper skin tones. I really don't. I mean, you can use as a highlighter, but I don't really recommend you do that. There are better highlighters on the market if you want a more smooth, seamless look. I would say go with something more pigmented, and I think you will be very happy with your purchase. I wish I knew if all the colors were as shimmery, shiny. Something I'll have to look at in store. I would recommend before you blind purchase these blushes, maybe go in store. I know Sephora and all the retailers eventually are going to have all of these products, because as far as we know, they are not limited edition. They are part of their new line. So darlings, tell me, did you pick up anything? Did you end up liking anything that I showed you? So curious to see what you guys think. I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next one.